Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So we're going to speak about the pastimes and the activities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But first we want to speak about his descent. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming from the spiritual world, and he descends into this world. Those of you who have been to Mayapur, how many of you have been to Mayapur? Almost all of you. So you must have been to the Yoga Peak. The Yoga Peak. Yoga means union, where the Lord comes from the spiritual world. He comes down into this world. So that's there in Mayapur. Mayapur, we say Mayapur Dham. Dham meaning the place where the Lord is residing eternally. Just like we also have, I saw that the devotees from Panihati, they've also described Panihati as Dham. The Lord is also there. And of course, Vrindavan is a Dham. There are many Dhams. The Lord expands himself, and he can be there in all of these different places simultaneously. For the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is not very difficult to do like that. We know Lord Krishna had 16,108 wives, and he could be with each of them simultaneously. So similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is residing eternally in Mayapur Dham. Mayapur is in the place Navadvip. Navadvip. And in the center of Navadvip is the island of Antadvip. Antadvip, meaning hidden. Anta, hidden. It's hidden in the heart. What is hidden in the heart? In the heart is the desire of Lord Krishna. The desire of Lord Krishna was to understand more the nature of Radharani's love for him and the wonderful qualities in Lord Krishna that attract Radharani, and the pleasure which she feels when she sees Lord Krishna attracting to her. This was the heart of Lord Krishna. Actually, Mayapur is very special, very unique. Everywhere is part of the creation of Lord Krishna. From the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam prabhavati. Lord Krishna says, I am the source of the material and spiritual world. But there's one place which does not come from Krishna. Everywhere else comes from Krishna. But Mayapur is different. Mayapur is not Krishna's creation. Mayapur is the creation of Srimati Radharani. She created that place simply for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. And so it is called Mayapur. Maya meaning it's hidden from the common people. The common people, the non-devotees, they are not able to understand the unique nature of Mayapur Dham. How it's a very, very special place. And it's to that mode, Mayapur, where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended. On this day, this particular day, 539 years ago, Mayapur is part, it's Navadvip, in the heart of Navadvip. And Navadvip is made up of 9 islands, which are in the form of petals of a lotus. There are 8 petals, and there's the center of the lotus. The center island, Antadvip, is like the whirl of the lotus in the center. So each of the islands represent a particular type of devotional service. And Antadvip, which is in the center, this island represents Atma-nivedana, or the process of full surrender, surrendering everything for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. So, of course, usually when we speak about Atma-nivedana, we speak about Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj was very great. He could surrender. He was ruling the entire heavenly planets. Everyone was serving him. Although Bali was from the lower region of the universe, he had conquered the heavenly planets. And all the demigods were serving him. But then Lord Vamanadev came. And Lord Vamanadev came and took 3 steps of land. And with 2 steps, he took away everything. You know, if we lose our wallet, or if we lose our mobile phone, we will feel very disturbed. Bali Maharaj lost everything, even the heavenly planets. He was made a prisoner, and he was sent down into the lower regions, back to the region where the demons live, in the lower region of the universe. But Bali chose to surrender everything. He even surrendered his own head. When Lord Vamanadev challenged that you promised me 3 steps of land, with 2 steps I've taken everything. But Bali Maharaj said, well, you can take the 3rd step on my head. So this was complete surrender. Another person who surrenders everything is Rukmini. Women can also be great devotees. And Rukmini, she's ready to give up her life, birth after birth, for the service of Lord Krishna. So, when and in Mayapur, we perform parikrama, we go around the 9 islands. And we hear about the particular leelas which take place in each of the islands. And Antadvip is the last island of the parikrama. It's a place of full surrender. Devotional service begins with hearing and chanting, but processes like surrendering everything are very difficult. Even becoming a friend of Krishna is very difficult. We have some kind of friends here in the material world, but to make friendship with Krishna, with Lord Krishna, is very special. In order to practice that kind of devotion, you have to come to a higher level of devotion. You cannot just simply be advancing. You know, we're doing sadhana bhakti. We're advancing. But to do sakyam and atmanivedanam, you have to be relishing devotional service. You have to be on the level of raganuga devotion, spontaneous devotion, relishing the activities of devotion. Just like today, we're relishing something. We're relishing fasting, right? Waiting for the moonrise to break our fast. So, we're trying to relish, but we're still advancing. We're not actually mature in our practice of these things. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared at the Yoga Peak, and he appeared in the family of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi, his good wife Sachi Mata. Jagannath Mishra, you can tell Mishra means Brahmana. He was a Brahmana, and he was the son of Upendra Mishra. Sachi was the daughter of Nilambar Chakravarti. He was a great astrologer. Nilambar Chakravarti. Then when you went to Mayapur, how many of you went to Belpakor? Did you go? Not many, huh? You got so many went to Mayapur. You didn't go to Belpakor. Belpakor, there's a deity of Madan Gopal, which has been worshipped for something like 1400 to 1700 years. It's in the family of Nilambar Chakravarti. They worshipped that deity. And today, the same family are continuing to worship. The man there is born in that family from Nilambar Chakravarti. The worship is being continued with the help of our ISKCON society, particularly Jayapataka Swami Maharaj helps to maintain the worship of that deity. Maharaj told me he maintains 3 temples. That's one of them. They need. So you go to Mayapur, next time you go to Mayapur, go to Belpakor. Go and see Madan Gopal. Very beautiful deity. Many people go to Mayapur, but not many people take time to go around to different places. Another important place to go and visit in Mayapur is Champahati. Have any of you been to Champahati? The same few people. Yeah. The same people who went to Belpakor went to Champahati. Champahati is also a very wonderful place. The deities of Gaura Gaura and Gadadhar. They were the deities of someone called Dvijavaninath. Dvijavaninath was the brother of Gadadhar Pandit. You know Gadadhar in the Panchatattva? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura. So Gadadhar, his brother, was Dvijavaninath. And it happened, Mahaprabhu was taking sannyas, and Gadadhar is going to go with him, because Gadadhar is so attached to Lord Chaitanya. He cannot leave Nimai Pandit, he cannot leave. And Mother Sachi also requested Gadadhar, please, you always stay with my son. Never leave him, because you're so caring, you take so much trouble, you take so much care for him. Please always stay with him. So when Lord Chaitanya was going to take sannyas, Gadadhar said, I will come with you. And he went also to Katwa, and then from Katwa, then they came first to Shantipur, and then went to Jagannath Puri. And Gadadhar went to Jagannath Puri, and he stayed there in Jagannath Puri. So Lord Chaitanya and Gadadhar, they both left Mayapur. So Dvijavaninath lost both of them. He said, I cannot bear the separation. They've gone. His brother and Nimai Pandit has also, they've left him. So he thought he was to make deities. You can have deities of Gaura Gadadhar, and you can worship the deity. So these deities are still there. 500 years old deity, Gaura and Gadadhar. Chapati is also the place of Jayadev Goswami. Jayadev Goswami, one of the great poets, he is famous for writing Gita Govinda. So he used to live in Chapati. But today we want to speak about Mahaprabhu and his appearance, how he came there in the Yoga Pith as the son of Sachi and Jagannath Mishra. So it happened that Jagannath Mishra had married Sachi. She was the daughter. Jagannath Mishra, he had gone to study from Nilambara Chakravarti Thakur. And at that time, somehow he met the daughter, and he got married to the daughter of Nilambara Chakravarti. So naturally the couple wanted a child, and it happened that Sachi, she had 8 miscarriages. She gave birth to daughters 8 times, but each one died almost immediately after birth. And then they had a son. The eldest son was called Vishwarup, and he is considered an expansion of Lord Balaram. Usually before the Lord comes, so many other people also come. Just like when Lord Krishna appeared. Lord Krishna was the 8th child, but the 7th child in the womb of Vasudeva and Devaki was? Who was the 7th child? Balaram, yes, Balaram. Balaram comes to make sure everything is ready, make everything nice, right? make sure everything is in order for Lord Krishna to come. Lord Balaram came first, and then Lord Balaram transferred to the womb of Rohini. So similarly with Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, before his appearance, many great personalities came there. Oh, thank you. Before Lord Chaitanya's birth, Lord Nityananda had appeared, but not in Mayapur. Nityananda appeared in Ekachakra. Ekachakra is in Gaura Mandala Bhumi. Now, we have the Yoga Peeth in the center, and Yoga Peeth is in Antadweep. And Antadweep is in the center of Navadweep. And Navadweep, outside Navadweep, is the Gaura Mandala Bhumi, a broader circle, a bigger circle, where Lord Krishna's, Lord Chaitanya's different associates appear. Places like Ekachakra. Ekachakra is in the region called Radhadesh. It means the place where the Ganga does not flow. But it's also a holy place, because Lord Balaram appears there as Lord Nityananda. So it's Ekachakra. Now people may say, how can it be a holy place? The Ganga is not flowing. A holy place, there should be the Ganga. Wherever the Ganga flows, that's a holy place. But there's another reason for it to be a holy place. Wherever the Pandavas stayed, that is also a holy place. So 5,000 years ago, the Pandavas had come there to Ekachakra, and they had stayed there. So 500 years ago, Lord Nityananda appeared there in Ekachakra. Other places in the Gaura-mandala Bhumi, Shantipur. We had the festival in Shantipur 2 days ago. They distribute prasadam for many thousands of people. So Shantipur was the home of Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya was about 60 years old when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. You see in the Panchatattva, he's got the white beard, right? He's the old man. He was about 60 years of age. He was here, and he was here when Lord Chaitanya departed from the world. He was still here. He remained in the world for quite a lot, for more than 100 years. About 120 years. So Advaita Acharya, his residence was in Shantipur. And another place was Katha. Katha was in the other side of the Ganges from Mayapur. Katha was where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to take sannyas. He went there to take sannyas from Keshava Bharati. Keshava Bharati had his ashram in Katha. So all of these people, they appeared before Lord Chaitanya. People like Gangadas Pandit. Gangadas Pandit was Mahaprabhu's teacher. He taught him the grammar. So So naturally, all of these people were in the world before Mahaprabhu came. And Mahaprabhu came, as we said, he had an older brother, Vishwarup. But Mother said she had lost 8 daughters. So when she conceived another child, it was in the month of Magh. It was in the month of Magh in the year 1485. She carried the child in her womb, entered in her womb, and the Shastra described how she conceived the child. The child, the Supreme Lord, Mahaprabhu, appeared first of all within the heart of Jagannath Mishra. Then from the heart of Jagannath Mishra, he was transferred into the heart of Mother Sachi. And from the heart, he came to the womb, Mother Sachi. So the birth of Mahaprabhu was not like any ordinary birth of a child. It was a very divine appearance. There was no material activities involved. It was the divine appearance of the Lord. So the Lord came into the womb of Mother Sachi in the month of Magh, 1485. But Mahaprabhu appears in the month of Falgun, 1486. Mother Sachi had to carry the child in her womb for about 14 months. Now usually a woman, when she conceives the child will come out after 9 months pregnancy. But Mahaprabhu was in the womb 14 months. So they were naturally worried why the child is taking so long. Of course we know Sukadeva Goswami, he was in the womb a long time. How long did Sukadeva Goswami stay in the womb? 12 years or something. Sukadeva Goswami did not want to come out. And it was Lord Vyasadeva, Sukadeva is the son of Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva brought Krishna there. And Lord Krishna came and told him, you can come out. I promise you, you won't be troubled by mine. So with the reassurance of Lord Krishna, Sukadeva appeared in the world. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the womb of Mother Sachi for 14 months. And they were worried why the child is not taking birth. But when Nilambar Chakravarti came there, he explained to them, he said, if you look at the stars and you see the positions of the different planets, there's a very auspicious period coming. There's a very, very auspicious time coming. And this child, it must be a very great personality. He is waiting for that moment to take his birth. And it happened that just when all the stars and planets were in very auspicious positions, but still at that time there was an eclipse. There was a lunar eclipse. And when there's the eclipse, then everyone has to go to Ganga. We should go to Ganga today. You know, usually, the holy day, like today, we go to Ganga. So 539 years ago, there was an eclipse, a lunar eclipse. So everybody was in the Ganga and they were chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, everyone was chanting the holy name because they wanted to protect themselves from any inauspiciousness. So it was at that very time that Mahaprabhu took his birth, when everyone was engaged in chanting the holy names of the Lord. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as we say, he is the Yuga avatar. But he is very special because he does not reveal himself as an avatar. The Lord is known as Tri Yuga. He does not usually come in the Kali Yuga. Indeed, it happened. There was a discussion between Gopinath Acharya and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Now, Gopinath Acharya was a devotee, and he was telling Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya that this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is God, he is Bhagwan. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, no, it cannot be. The Lord is Tri Yuga. He does not come in the Kali Yuga. But Gopinath Acharya said, no, you are wrong. The Lord comes in every yuga. Sambhavami yuge yuge. Right? The Lord comes in every yuga. And so Mahaprabhu is coming as Kali Yuga avatar. But he is covered. He is not revealing himself as the Supreme Lord. Because he knows in the Kali Yuga there will be many so-called incarnations. Just like if you went to Kumbh Mela, you probably saw many incarnations of God there. There's many claiming, come and meet our Guru, he is the Kali Yuga avatar, he's come to deliver everyone. So, the incarnations of God have to be recognized by Shastra and by the symptoms, by their actual qualities and characteristics. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, he took birth at a very, very auspicious time, when all the planets were in perfect situation and where everyone was chanting the holy name, indicating something of the child's activities in the future, that this child has come to establish the Yuga Dharma. Kali Yuga Dharma, Harinam Sankirtan. So Mahaprabhu has come. This is one reason for his purpose in coming, to establish the Sankirtan. But there were other reasons also, very confidential reasons. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his birth at that auspicious time. And even as a baby, as a child, he would constantly cry until people would chant the holy name. Just to get the ladies to chant the holy name, he would cry. And once he started to chant the holy name, then he'd smile and be happy. So all the ladies thought this child is very, very amusing. The only way we can stop him from crying is by chanting the names of the Lord. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is described in the scriptures. It is mentioned in the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. There's a conversation between Maharaj Nimi and the 9 Yogendras. The 9 Yogendras, they were sons of Rishabdev. Rishabdev was an incarnation of God. He had 100 sons. His eldest son was Bharat Maharaj. And there were also 9 sons who were Mahabhagavat devotees. And they were just traveling and preaching the message of Bhagavatam. So these 9 Yogendras met with Maharaj Nimi. And Maharaj Nimi wanted to know about the Lord's incarnations in each age. So Karabhajana Muni, who was one of the 9 Yogendras, he spoke and he described the Lord's incarnation. In the Satya Yuga, the Lord comes in a white color and he teaches the process of meditation. Then in the Treta Yuga, the Lord comes in a reddish color and he shows how to do yajna, how to perform sacrifice at Nehotri, like that. Then in Dwapara Yuga, the Lord comes, a blackish color, and he is worshipped in the temples, temple worship. And then in the Kali Yuga, the Lord comes in a yellow color, a golden color. And he will be engaged in the Sankirtan. Srimad Bhagavatam describes Krishna Varna. Krishna Varna. Varna, his activities will be all Krishna. It will be all Krishna. It's his only business. No Varna, Vaishya Varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, but Krishna Varna. His business is Krishna. He's always chanting the name of Krishna, and he's describing the qualities and the pastime of Lord Krishna. This is how Karabhajana Muni described the Lord's incarnation in the Kali Yuga. That his only activities are chanting the holy name and speaking about Krishna. Krishna Varna Tivish Akrishna. Then it's mentioned that his color, that actually he is Krishna, but his color is not blackish. How could it be that he is Krishna? We think of Krishna, he's blackish. But Srimad Bhagavatam describes in the Kali Yuga, the Lord comes and he is not blackish. He's a Krishna. He's a golden color. How is it possible? Because he has assumed the mood of the devotee, his topmost devotee, Srimati Radharani. So in that mood of Radha Bhav, the complexion of the Lord changes from black to golden yellow color. Right? These things are described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Just like Garga Acharya, when he did the name-giving ceremony for Lord Krishna, it was this, he described Gargacharya, he could tell about the child. He said, this child is taken birth in different yugas, in different colors. Previously he's been white and red. Now he's come this blackish color, and he also comes in the yellow, golden color. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had that golden complexion. And he does not come alone, but he comes along with his associates. Usually when the Lord comes, he has his weapons. Just like Lord Ramachandra, he had his bow and astras. He has to kill the Rakshasas. In the same way, Lord Krishna had his Sudarshan Chakra and his Komadaki club to kill the Asuras. So what about Mahaprabhu? How is Mahaprabhu dealing with people? It's described Krishna Varnam Devish Akrishnam Sangapan Bhaktanupangushta Parshadam. He's coming with all of his associates. His weapons are his associates. Advaita, Nityananda, Gadadhar. These are his associates. And how does he conquer the demons? Not by weapons, but just by his very exquisite charm, his very handsome, very beautiful appearance, that he attracts everyone to the service of Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is described, he was by nature very tall, with very large height, and his arms were down to his knees. His eyes were like lotus petals spread across his face, and his face was like the moon. He was exceedingly attractive to everyone. And just by these attractive features, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could conquer everyone and bring them to Krishna consciousness. At the same time, his shoulders are described to be broad like a lion. And he had the power of a lion. And his voice was like that of a lion. In this way, Mahaprabhu is described in the scriptures. So Mahaprabhu appears in this Kali Yuga, and his business is Krishna. The verse in Srimad Bhagavatam then goes on to describe Yagnai Sankirtan Praye Yajanti Sumedasaha. That in the Kali Yuga, the Lord will engage in the congregational chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Those people who have a good intelligence, Sumedasaha. If you have the good intelligence, then you will take part in the Sankirtan. Some people have Alpa Vedasha. Alpa means, very small brain. They're not worshipping Krishna. They're worshipping other people. We don't know who, but we won't say who. You know who they're worshipping, right? But those who have Sumedasa, whose brain is purified, they will engage in the Sankirtan, the chanting of the holy names of Lord Krishna. Sankirtan is meant to glorify the Supreme Lord. You are not meant to do Sankirtan for any other personality. It's meant only for the glorification of the Supreme Lord. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it tells about Narada Muni, how in a previous life he was a Gandharva, and he was very good looking also, and he had a good voice, and he was singing. So it happened, he was flying, going to visit some festival somewhere with other people from Gandharva Loka, and Prajapatis were also present. But there were many young girls, young ladies there. And Narada Muni began to flirt with the young ladies. And he began to flirt with them by singing the names of the demigods. And the Prajapatis saw this, and they cursed him. You are proud. You're proud of your good voice and your good looks. May you take birth in the family of a Sudra, in the womb of a Sudra woman. So Narada Muni had to fall from the position of a Gandharva. He took birth in the womb of a Sudra lady. Of course, he was fortunate. He got the association of some mendicants, and they gave him good instruction. So then he went on to become the son of Lord Brahma. But it's a warning to us. If we joke and chant the names of other gods in Kirtan, it is not proper. We are meant to worship only the Supreme Lord. So, in the Kali Yuga, the Lord comes to teach this. Harinam Sankirtan. Kali Yuga Dharma Harinam Sankirtan. Krishna Shakti Vininahi Tara Prabhatam. When someone has the potency of Lord Krishna, then they can propagate that chanting everywhere. So Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. He has come, he is Krishna, but he is a different color. And he has got the power, he is Krishna, he's got all the potency of Krishna. And he's spreading that Sankirtan. So Mahaprabhu appears this particular day when there was an eclipse and everyone was chanting. And the first part of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life is like that. That he is living in Mayapur and he is in family life. He's with his mother. Father was there later on, Father departed. Mother was there. He also got married. One wife, first wife, died. So he took a second wife. And then took him to the age of 24, which is half of the the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He appears in this world 48 years. So the first 24 years were spent in family life, in Mayapur. Sometimes traveling around, regularly doing Sankirtan with the devotees, regularly having Kirtan in the home of Srivas. But at a certain point, it came time for Mahaprabhu, he renounced the world. He took sannyas, he left the home. Why did he do that? Well, he thought it was necessary in order to propagate the chanting of the holy name. In order to be able to be successful in his mission, he had to take sannyas. And it's described, this was also described in Shastra. It was predicted in the Shastra that in the beginning of his life, he would enjoy householder life, and then in the second half of his life, he would accept the renounced order of life. So this verse is from Mahabharata, and it's part of the Vishnu Sahasranam. It's one of the names of Lord Vishnu. So it predicts how the Lord will appear in a golden color, that his complexion will be golden, and he will be anointed with sandalwood, chandan. He will put the chandan on his body. Lord Chaitanya liked to put the chandan on his body. But then he will take sannyas, and he will renounce sannyas. But he will be peaceful. He will be equipoised. He will be nishtha. He will be fixed. He will be fixed and shanti parayana. He will be able to challenge all the monads, all those who oppose the path of devotion. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance is predicted in the scriptures, both from Srimad Bhagavatam and also from the Mahabharata. We see, and we can see also from the activities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he propagated the Sankirtan movement, and how he is the inspiration for all of the devotees today to perform Sankirtan. We are all chanting his name. Gauranga. We get great pleasure chanting his holy name. He is teaching all of us how we can approach Radha and Krishna. In order to worship Radha, here we have Radha Govinda, but we have also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We do not just simply worship Radha and Krishna, but we must first worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By coming to Mahaprabhu, then we can come to Radha and Krishna. Very important. You will notice how we're worshipping Radha Govinda, but with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes away all of our offenses and makes it possible for us to come to take shelter of Radha and Govinda. That is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now Mahaprabhu had disciples. Among them was Rupa and Sanatan. Mahaprabhu did not write any books himself, but he gave instructions to his disciples, people like Rupa and Sanatan. Rupa, they were actually two brahmanas who had become Muslims. They had become engaged in the service of the Nawab Hussain Shah. The Nawab at Ramakeli. You know Ramakeli? Near Malda, right? You go to Malda and Ramakeli. It used to be where Nawab Hussain Shah had his headquarters. He was the ruler of the whole of Bengal. The Nawab, very powerful. Even today, historians, they come to see the ruins of the Nawab. So, Dabir Kas and Sakara Malik were these two South Indian Brahmins who had become somehow engaged in the service of the Nawab, but they were attracted to Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to meet them at Ramakeli. And he insulated, when they renounced, when they gave up their job, like you people, you get your jobs, you get so attached to your jobs, you don't want to give up your job. I gave up my job. I had a job. I also graduated. But I became interested in Krishna consciousness. And they told me, come and live in the temple. I said, come and live in the temple, you can go to work. So I used to go to work and I lived in the temple. And then after some, they said, give up that job. I said, okay, give up it. Why jobs, you know? Dabir Khan, Sakar Malik, they gave up their job. They were working for the Nawab. One was the Prime Minister, one was the Chancellor of the Exchequer. They gave up. They left it all to go to join Mahaprabhu's movement. You're so attached to your little job in the corporate world. Shh. You're wasting your life. Your life is wasted. Give your life to Mahaprabhu. You can get the greatest benefit. Anyway, Lord Chaitanya, he recruited people to help him to spread Krishna consciousness. Rupa Goswami he came and met Lord Chaitanya at Prayagraj, and Lord Chaitanya instructed him for 10 days, and he wrote books. And Sanatan came and met Lord Chaitanya at Benares, and Lord Chaitanya instructed him for 2 months. And Sanatan also wrote books. And then later on, their nephew Jiva came. And Jiva also wrote many books. So, Lord Chaitanya gave them the inspiration to write these books, what we call the Bhakti Shastras. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is credited with Shikshastikam, the verses of Shikshastikam, which we recite every day in the temple, and which are the essence of Krishna conscious philosophy. But Mahaprabhu did not write any books, and he didn't build any temples either. But he told others to do it. Right? Rupa had the Radha Govinda temple built, and Sanatan had Madan Mohan temple built. He gave them Vrindavan. He told them, Vrindavan is your Prabhu Datta Desh, the place given by your Prabhu. So they gave up their Ramakeli and they came to Vrindavan. And they built temples, Radha Govinda temple, huge temple, Radha Madan Mohan, another beautiful temple. And they wrote books also, wonderful books which we are publishing today in our Krishna consciousness movement. Prabhupada kindly translated them like nectar of devotion. And then after Prabhupada's departure, devotees translated Sanatana Goswami's Brihad Bhagavatamrita. And Rupa Goswami wrote also Upadeshamrita, which Prabhupada commented on. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had disciples, and he gave them education and instructed them to chant the holy name, to worship Krishna, and to write books about Krishna. Mahaprabhu told Lord Nityananda and Haridas, he sent them for preaching in Navadvip, and he told them, Suno Suno Nityananda, Suno Haridas, Priti Gari Gari Giya Koro E Bhiksha, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha. These famous instructions given by Mahaprabhu. Worship Krishna, chant the name of Krishna, read the books about Krishna. Later on, Lord Chaitanya gave instruction to a Brahmana from Kurmadesh. While Lord Chaitanya was going into South India, he came to Kurmadesh, which is not far away from Vishakhapatnam. Come out to Puri, go towards Vishakhapatnam, you pass Kurmakshetra. And Lord Chaitanya met this Brahmana from Kurmakshetra. The Brahmana wanted to leave everything and go with Mahaprabhu. Now the Brahmana was in family life. He had a family, a responsibility. So Mahaprabhu did not encourage him because it would be neglect on his part to take someone away. He was having a family, has to take care of your family, responsibility. But the Brahmana wanted to be with Mahaprabhu. So Lord Chaitanya gave him instruction. Yari teki tari kaho Krishna upadesh. Amara ka guru hana tara evesh. Mahaprabhu told him, wherever you go, whoever you meet, tell them about the instructions of Krishna. And in this way, you become a guru, become a teacher, save the world by teaching the message of Lord Krishna. Very important instructions from Mahaprabhu. Now Mahaprabhu taught us also the danger of pride. We should be very careful not to be proud of our position, of our existence. Even before Mahaprabhu took sannyas, when he was teaching in his school, from the age of 11, he opened a school. Could you imagine? 11 years old, he opened a school. And he had students, many students. He was a successful teacher. So Keshava Kashmiri came, Digvijay, and he's very proud. So Mahaprabhu did not like pride. He does not like to see people proud of their knowledge or any kind of pride. It is very dangerous. He wants to see humility, genuine humility. So Mahaprabhu corrected that pride in Keshava Kashmiri. Another person who was proud, Devananda Pandit. he was teaching the Bhagavatam. But he did not know Bhagavatam. He's a teacher of the Bhagavatam, and he did not know the Bhagavatam. When Srivas Pandit went to hear the Bhagavatam, and Srivas Pandit, he awakened ecstasy. Symptoms of bhava awoken in his body. And Devananda Pandit let his students manhandle Srivas Pandit out of their place. So Lord Chaitanya was very upset that they had not properly respected Srivas Pandit. Lord Chaitanya chastised Devananda Pandit for this. As a teacher, he was responsible for the students. Lord Chaitanya cared about devotees. He shows us devotee care, right? We talk about it in ISKCON, devotee care, looking after devotees. Lord Chaitanya was very caring of devotees. When Haridas Thakur was whipped in 22 marketplaces, Lord Chaitanya said, I covered your body and I took the beating. And Lord Chaitanya showed all the marks on his body. He said, this is when I was covering your body. Lord Chaitanya cared about the devotees. He took so much care. He would come to Mother Sachi even after taking sannyas. Mother Sachi would cook every day. Every day, Lord Chaitanya would come in his Avirbhav. He would come there and accept the offerings of Mother Sachi. Lord Chaitanya was never neglectful in his ordinary dealings. He was very caring. And he was Patita Pavan. He would deliver the fallen souls. So we know in Kali Yuga there are many fallen souls. So Lord Chaitanya has come to deliver them. And how does he? He teaches us Sankirtan. One of the main teachings given to Rupa Goswami by Mahaprabhu was Yukta Vairagya, utilizing everything in the service of Krishna. You know, some people, they renounce, they don't think, oh, I will not touch money. Prabhupada said, give the money to me, I will use it for Krishna. I won't waste it for sense gratification, I will use it for Krishna. Some people say, oh, he's a great sadhu, he never touches money. But below the table, So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he teaches us to use everything in service of Krishna. Not to reject things, but to use them for Krishna's service. And Mahaprabhu teaches that use this human body to do Sankirtan, to chant the holy name. Use our arms to put our arms up in the air and to chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is real renunciation, using everything for Krishna. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairagya Ujjate. This human life is very special, and we're so fortunate that we've been given it in this Kali Yuga. Now they say Kali Yuga is bad time, but there's some good things about Kali Yuga. And the good thing is, simply by chanting the holy name, we can all go back to Godhead. Gaura dosha vide rajan asti eko mahaguna kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha parambrajit. The age of Kali is an age of faults, a lot of dosha, a lot of faults. But there's one good thing. Simply by chanting the holy name, we can all go back to Godhead. So we have to take advantage to use our time to chant, to worship Krishna, and read the books and talk about Krishna. So today, on this very special day, we're remembering Mahaprabhu, how he kindly came to give all of us this opportunity to take part in the Sankirtan movement, to help in the mission of Mahaprabhu. What is that mission? To deliver the fallen souls, Jagai Madhai, right? You go to Navadvip, there's a Gauranga Sapan, and you see Jagai and Madhai are there. Lord Chaitanya, Dina Hina Yatachiva, Harinam Urarilo, Tarasakshi Jagai Madhai. The holy name, so powerful, it can deliver even the Jagai and the Madhai. So our work is to do this on behalf of Mahaprabhu, to go and distribute the holy name everywhere and save the people from becoming animal. Give them the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, this auspicious day, we're observing fasting, and we're having also, fasting means more time for chanting and Katha. This is the wonderful thing about fasting. We don't have to use the tongue for eating. We can wait till the time when the Lord appears, moonrise. And at moonrise, it will be nice Ekadasi Prasada for everyone. All right, any questions? Anybody? We've been having a lot of questions and answers. When I was in Parikrama, every day we had so many questions. Now Jayapataka Swami is also doing questions and answers in Mayapur. And you don't have any questions? That means you all agree, right? So you can all give up your jobs. Take up this chanting of Hare Krishna. Yeah? Have a question? No. It's true.
प्रश्न पूछ सकते हैं महाराज हैं गौर पूर्णिमा के दिन
महाराज प्रणाम Hare Krishna Maharaj प्रणाम Maharaj, as you told that Krishna entered in the heart of Sachi Mata and his father, and then he appeared in the womb. So how we can conceive, how we can understand the meaning of entering in the heart?
Yes, that's something very difficult to understand in our neophyte condition. to appreciate that the birth of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not like our birth. We are born in a natural way, but Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's the Divine Personality. He's Krishna himself coming. And his birth is not like our own birth. He arranges for his own appearance. Of course, you could say he's already in the womb because he's everywhere. And certainly he's in the heart of his great devotees, Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata. They're Nitya Siddhas. Jagannath Mishra is Vasudeva, Sachimata, Devaki. So, they're great devotees. So when the Lord comes, He comes through great devotees like Vasudeva and Devaki and Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata. He doesn't come in the womb of ordinary people. He comes in the womb of great devotees. But it's a very special thing to understand that the birth of Mahaprabhu is not ordinary. For the meantime, just try to understand that. Just get that much into your mind. And one day, as you go on worshipping Krishna, it will become more clear to you how the Lord arranges these things. By His Achitya Shakti, by His inconceivable potencies, and by His omnipotency, He's everywhere and He can manifest Himself as He chooses. Yes?
Thank you, Maharaj.
In our beginning of our Krishna consciousness, we were giving more focus in our spiritual practice, our sadhana and our practices, different practices, use of devotional service. Now, as we are, I'm speaking about myself, Maharaj. So, as I'm preaching, so I'm seeing that what I'm speaking, I have not realized that. So I'm that as you were telling in the class, and Mahaprabhu also Jare Dakho Tare Kaho Krishna Pradesh, Valo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Karo Krishna Siksha. So and Mahaprabhu also said that Achara and Prachar. So when I'm preaching, so what I am speaking, so that I have not realized fully. So then, like, it is like feeling that what I am preaching, I am not actually realized or I am not practicing fully. So what to do in that situation, or how to go forward?
Well, preach what you've realized. As much as you realize, then you preach that much. You've realized service to Krishna is important. You're here in the ashram, you're doing service, so you've realized some things. You may not have realized everything, but certainly you've realized about the importance of chanting the holy name, and reading the books, and worshipping Krishna. That doesn't take a lot of realization. So you simply preach as much as you have understood yourself. not realized it and you're preaching about it, then that's going to be difficult. It's going to get you in problems. But speaking about something will help you to realize it more. If you start to discuss it, then you will get more realizations. The more you discuss, what you have not yet fully realized will become more meaningful to you by discussion. But the basic principles of Mahaprabhu's own mission, Sankirtan, chanting the holy name, these things, you have realization. You may not have 100% realization of all these things, but you have some realization of these things. You've been here so many years, you've been doing it so much, you must have some understanding, conviction to it. You could say, maybe you're just being humble, saying, I have not realized these things. But because you're engaged in Krishna's service, you have that realization. So just continue, you go on, and as you go on, you'll get more and more realization. Krishna says, Tesham satatayuktanam vajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogantam yenamahubhayam. To those who are constantly devoted to me, who worship me with love, I give that understanding by which they may come to me. So we have to just simply devote ourselves to Krishna. And Krishna will give the understanding. Krishna in the heart will reveal to us what we need to know. If something is really important, Krishna will reveal it to us. The main thing is to be engaged in service, chanting and hearing, preaching. Very good. All right. Yes, question there. You speak Bengali, people translate. Madam can translate.
Disciple. কবে আমরা সেরকম দিন কবে আমাদের সেরকম আমরা কেরকম মানে যোগ্যতা লাভ করতে হবে ডিসাইপলে যে ওনার হার্ট টু হার্ট হিসাবে ওই জিনিসটা যেতে পারে। এটা হচ্ছে প্রথম প্রশ্ন। সেকেন্ড আমার আছে
My question is that we have heard from your lecture that that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was transferred from Jagannath Mishra to Sachi Mata's heart and then appeared in the womb. So this is one thing, and then we also have heard that Krishna consciousness is given by Guru to the disciple. So Krishna consciousness is transferred from Guru's heart to disciple's heart. So my question is that what qualification as we disciples need to develop so that we can get Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prem from our Gurus.
Well, Yasha Devi Parabhaktiya Yatha Devi Tatha Guru Tashanti Prakatyayata Prakashanti Mahatma. You have to have faith in Guru just like you have faith in Krishna. The Guru is the representative of Krishna. So when you have faith that Guru is Krishna's representative, then you will get the results. Everything will be revealed. All the purports will be revealed. Just like
মহারাজ বলছেন যে যশোদেবে পরাভক্তি যথা দেবে তথা গুরু, যেরকম শ্রদ্ধা ভগবানের প্রতি রয়েছে সেই রকম শ্রদ্ধা যদি গুরুর প্রতিও থাকে তাহলে শাস্ত্রের সমস্ত যে সিদ্ধান্ত রয়েছে সেগুলো শিষ্যের হৃদয়ে প্রকাশিত হবে।
we have to be faithful, we have to be chaste to the order, to the instructions of the Guru.
তো আমাদের শ্রী গুরুদেবের প্রতি বিশ্বস্ত হতে হবে এবং তার আদেশ অক্ষরে অক্ষরে পালন করতে হবে।
We consider the Guru to be representative of Krishna.
তো আমরা গুরুদেবকে ভগবান শ্রীকৃষ্ণের প্রতিনিধি হিসাবে মনে করি।
So as we have faith in Krishna, we should have that faith in Guru.
ঠিক যেরকম আমাদের কৃষ্ণের প্রতি বিশ্বাস রয়েছে সেরকম বিশ্বাস গুরুর প্রতিও থাকতে হবে।
If somebody said, I have faith in Guru, I have more faith in Guru than in Krishna, that's not right.
তো কেউ যদি বলে যে আমাকে কৃষ্ণের প্রতি বেশি বিশ্বাস আছে গুরুর প্রতি নেই, তাহলে সেটা ঠিক নয়।
And if you have faith in Krishna and not in the Guru, then it's another problem.
তো আরেকটি সমস্যা যদি কারো কৃষ্ণের প্রতি বিশ্বাস থাকে গুরুর প্রতি না থাকে,
They have to see the Guru that is the representative of Krishna.
তো আমাদেরকে গুরুকে কৃষ্ণের প্রতিনিধি হিসাবে দর্শন করতে হবে।
So you have faith, the same faith you have in Krishna, you have that faith in the words of your Guru.
তো তাহলে আমাদের সেই একই পরিমাণ বিশ্বাস থাকবে, যেরকম বিশ্বাস কৃষ্ণের প্রতি রয়েছে সেরকম বিশ্বাস গুরুর প্রতি থাকবে।
Then everything is revealed.
এবং তখন সবকিছু প্রকাশিত হবে। ঠিক আছে?
Hare Krishna. Yes? Okay, some more questions here now. Prabhu, what's the test?
আরেকটা এরকম হচ্ছে আমরা সাধারণত আপনাদের কৃপায় সেবার সুযোগ হয়েছে। তো আপনি বললেন যে রাধাকৃষ্ণ সেবাটা একটু ডিফিকাল্ট আমাদের জন্য, ভক্তজীবের জন্য, কিন্তু মহাপ্রভু যেহেতু আজকের দিনে মহাপ্রভুর কৃপার মাধ্যমে থেকে রাধা গোবিন্দের কাছে যেতে হবে, এটা হচ্ছে পদ্ধতি। তো এখন আমি একটা লেকচারের মধ্যে শুনছিলাম যে বলছে তুমি রাধাকৃষ্ণ রাধা গোবিন্দ বা চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভু তোমার জন্য মানে হয়তো অসম্ভব হতে পারে। প্রথমে প্রভুপাদের একটা লেকচার বলবো, ফার্স্ট তুমি আমার কাছে সমস্ত কিছু অর্পণ করো, আমি তখন আমার গুরুদেব মাধ্যম থেকে মহাপ্রভুর কাছে নিয়ে যাবো। একটা লেকচারের মধ্যে অন্যতম হয় যে আমি তো ইংলিশটাও তো 80% বুঝতে পারি, 80% বুঝতে পারি না, প্রায় চেষ্টা করছি। তো ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে এইটা, এখন আমি যে আপনারা হচ্ছে প্রভুপাদের জন, আর আমরা তো অ্যাকচুয়ালি প্রভুপাদের কাছে আমরা দীক্ষা পাইনি, আপনারা পেয়েছেন। আর আপনারা হচ্ছেন প্রভুপাদকে যেরকম অ্যাজেটিস অর্পণ করছেন, আপনারা এটা দৃষ্টান্ত। কিন্তু এখন আমি যে লাগাবো বা আমি যে গুরুর কথা বলবো, আমি কি আমার গুরুদেবকে ওখানে সেরকমভাবে অফারিংটা বা আমি যা কিছু করছি সেটাকে আমাকে গুরু করতে হবে না প্রভুপাদ? আমরা তো ডাইরেক্টলি প্রভুপাদকে করতে হবে।
Correct. My Prabhu's question is that that we have heard that Radha Krishna's pastimes, they are very intimate, and we have no qualification. But by the mercy of Shri Gaura Mahaprabhu, we can get the mercy of Radha Krishna. So recently I was hearing one lecture of Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada was saying that that if you cannot approach even Mahaprabhu, you surrender everything to me, and I will offer everything. I will take everything to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So as we devotees, we are not disciple of Srila Prabhupada. We are grand disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and you like all Prabhupada disciples, you all surrender everything to Srila Prabhupada and made a very nice standard and example. So in our life, when we are doing offering any puja or offering any bhoga, so should we offer everything to Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada, or we offer our everything to our spiritual master, and our spiritual master will take to Srila Prabhupada, and thus it will go to Lord Chaitanya. So how we can do either puja or any service which we are doing? So how to what we should do? That is the question.
Yeah, usually the process is we offer to our guru, and our guru offers to Prabhupada.
তো পদ্ধতি হচ্ছে সাধারণত আমরা আমাদের গুরুর কাছে সবকিছু অর্পণ করি এবং গুরুদেব তিনি শিল প্রভুপাদের কাছে অর্পণ করেন। তো এটা হচ্ছে পরম্পরা।
You're initiating guru, certainly it's going to offer it to Prabhupada.
তো যিনি দীক্ষা গুরু রয়েছেন তিনি অবশ্যই সবকিছু শিল প্রভুপাদের কাছে অর্পণ করেন।
And Prabhupada is going to offer to his guru.
এবং শিল প্রভুপাদ তিনি তার গুরুদেবের কাছে অর্পণ করেন।
And it's going to go to Krishna ultimately.
তো এইভাবে সেটা কৃষ্ণের কাছে পৌঁছে যায়।
So we go through the parampara.
তো আমরা পরম্পরার মাধ্যমে যাই।
Prabhupada was encouraging us like that.
তো শিল প্রভুপাদ আমাদেরকে এইভাবে অনুপ্রাণিত করতেন।
You want to offer directly to Prabhupada? Well, some people do that, we have like, that's very big, right? Very big process.
তো তুমি সবকিছু সরাসরি প্রভুপাদের কাছে অর্পণ করতে চাও, তো কিছু লোকেরা এরকম করে, সেটা তার হচ্ছে ঋত্বিক।
So we don't know. That's not encouraged in our response society. We've taken initiation. We've had a lot of mercy from the Diksha Guru. So you want other spiritual teachers, you offer to them, and certainly they will offer to Prabhupada. There's no difference.
তো আমরা এটাকে এই যে পদ্ধতি রয়েছে ঋত্বিক, তো এটাকে আমরা উৎসাহ দেই না এবং এটা অনুমোদন করা হয়নি শাস্ত্রে। তো কিন্তু আমরা যদি আমাদের দীক্ষা গুরু এবং শিক্ষা গুরুরা রয়েছে তাদের কাছে আমরা সেটা অর্পণ করি, তাহলে অবশ্যই সেটা তারা কৃষ্ণের কাছে প্রভুপাদের কাছে পৌঁছে দেবে।
And usually we use the Diksha Guru for the offering.
সাধারণত আমরা দীক্ষা গুরুর মাধ্যমে আমরা সমস্ত কিছু অর্পণ করি ভগবানকে।
But we could also use the Shiksha Guru, because Parampara is Shiksha.
তো আপনি যদি চান আপনার শিক্ষাগুরুর মাধ্যমেও সেটা করতে পারেন, যেহেতু আমাদের পরম্পরা হচ্ছে শিক্ষা পরম্পরা।
Okay, there's no more questions.
But you're explaining like a way disciples have their faith towards spiritual masters. That's very natural. But in our day-to-day life, when we are rendering services, we are taken care by local service facilitators and guiding devotees, for whom we don't have that faith that we have a spiritual master. So, and in this kind of scenario also, like spiritual master transportation is not so easily available. We hear from online lectures or sometimes from some gatherings. But in our day-to-day life, how to go again? Because when with spiritual master, he knows us through our local devotees and service facilitators. But when suppose if some service facilitator giving some correction or some services which we are not feeling okay with, but we have faith on spiritual master but not on them. In that situation, how we can go ahead?
Well, we have to work cooperatively in the ISKCON society, that we're one family and we're all working together. We want to help each other in the service of Krishna. So you go ahead, you help, you work, we do what's requested of us. Somebody's in a position of authority and they ask us to do something, we should oblige, we accept, okay, he's asking me to do something, he's my authority. And unless it's something which is really against any regulated principles, then we'll do whatever they're asking. We have to have faith that we're working together, that they've also come to do service to Krishna. And somehow it happens that they have some authority and they're making some request to us to do something. Okay, go ahead, work with. And Prabhupada said, just try to cooperate together. And unless they're asking you to do something which is against religious principles, then we don't mind to do. We should have faith, confidence in them, that we're working together. They're living here in the Krishna Conscious Center, and they're doing service here. We should learn to work together with them. We should have that trust in each other, love and trust, as devotees. We're all here, we're all part of Prabhupada's family. So we have to have some confidence in the relationships with other devotees. And sometimes people would come to Prabhupada and say, Prabhupada, I just want to travel with you. Prabhupada would say, then you go with him, travel with him. Prabhupada would not accept people to just come and be with him directly. A few people, but it didn't bring a lot of people. So we have Prabhupada trusted. We put the management of our society in the hands of devotees. He called them the GBC. They're the caretakers of the ISKCON society. You have to trust them. We should trust them. We should have confidence that they're sacrificing just as we are sacrificing. They're also sacrificing for Krishna's service. So we have to have trust in them and see them in relation to the spiritual teacher. That my spiritual teacher wants me to work cooperatively, wants me to work in the center, to work with the devotees. So I should work with them and do what they ask. Okay.
to extend ourselves and stretch ourselves to meet the deadlines that our bosses give us, or to study for the exams or complete the assignments. Now, how to get the same dedication in practice of Krishna consciousness?
Good. What do you mean?
We, as a student or as a working professional, we stretch ourselves and extend ourselves.
How to apply that in Krishna
Krishna
consciousness?
consciousness. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you like to study. We have courses, you can do courses, you can do Bhakti Shastri, you can do Bhakti Vaibhav, you can have a lot of, they have exams all the time, so many things. So if you like that kind of thing, yeah, you can do it. And Krishna consciousness is there. You can test yourself, how much you're able to sacrifice for Krishna, how much of your earnings are you contributing to Krishna, you know. You want to give everything to Krishna. You have to consider yourself how much you're able to commit to Krishna. So as a student or working, then you have criteria to meet, assignments or exams. So we also have assignments. Make Kolkata Krishna conscious. Right? Put a set of books, a set of Bhagavatams in every home. And the High Court judges should all have tilak. There are things to be done here. Here's a set, something to be done. Chaitanya Charitamrita. We want to distribute a large number of Chaitanya Charitamritas. So, if you don't have a set at home, you might like to get very cheap price, right?
Haribol. So we'd like to thank Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Vrindavan Swami Maharaj, for taking his valuable time and come here in Kolkata and give us his most valuable association on the occasion of Gaura Purnima festival. Srila, we chant 3 times Haribol for Maharaj and get offering our gratitude to Maharaj. Haribol! स्वामी महाराज की जय। तो अभी कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट अनाउंसमेंट है। तो आज आप लोग तैयार हैं क्या सुनने के लिए? ना आप लोग सोए हुए हैं? तो आप लोग जागे हुए हैं? लग रहा है 5 दिन से आप लोग भूखे हैं। हरिबोल! तो आप सबको महाराज का क्लास अच्छा लगा? कौन चैतन्य महाप्रभु को अपने घर लेके जाना चाहते हैं? कौन चाहते कि महाप्रभु आपके साथ आपके घर जाए? देखिए, दूसरे दिन बुलाएंगे, जाएंगे कि नहीं जाएंगे उसमें कोई गारंटी नहीं है, लेकिन आज महाप्रभु के आविर्भाव तिथि है, महाप्रभु जन्मदिन। तो आज के दिन महाप्रभु का कृपा दूसरे दिन से 1000 गुना ज्यादा है। तो अगर आज आप महाप्रभु को रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे तो महाप्रभु जरूर आपके साथ जाएंगे। तो महाप्रभु महाराज बहुत सारे चैतन्य लीला वर्णन किए हैं लास्ट 3 दिन से, और शायद मतलब और भी बहुत सारे चैतन्य लीला हैं जिसको वर्णन करने के लिए बहुत दिन लग सकता है। लेकिन अगर आप आपके साथ चैतन्य लीला लेके जाएंगे, चैतन्य चरितामृत लेके जाएंगे महाराज जी के हाथ से आज के दिन, तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु आपके साथ आपके घर जाएंगे और हर दिन आप चैतन्य लीला सुन सकते हैं, पढ़ सकते हैं। तो पिछले साल हमारे इंडियन गवर्नमेंट मोदी जी का एक प्रोजेक्ट था। वो प्रोजेक्ट था कि हर घर तिरंगा। और श्रील प्रभुपाद जी का एक प्रोजेक्ट है क्या प्रोजेक्ट है जानना चाहेंगे? हर घर गौरंगा। तो मोदी जी का प्रोजेक्ट है हर घर तिरंगा और इस्कॉन का प्रोजेक्ट है हर घर गौरंगा। तो आज आपके लिए विशेष मौका है, आपके साथ गौरंग महाप्रभु को लेके जा सकते हैं। गौरंग महाप्रभु का क्या कहते हैं लीला है, जो विशेष करके 3 किताब में वर्णन किया गया। प्रामाणिक किताब है चैतन्य मंगल, चैतन्य भागवत और चैतन्य चरितामृत। तो हम सब के लिए चैतन्य चरितामृत अवेलेबल है आज के दिन, विशेष करके स्पेशल डिस्काउंट ऑफर के साथ। हरि बोल। तो चैतन्य चरितामृत में कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी लिखते हैं, जेवा नाही जाने बुझे के हो, जेवा नाही बुझे के हो, सुनीते सुनीते से हो, कृष्णे उपजीवे प्रीति, जानिबे रसेर रीति, सुनिले बड़ो হয় गीतो। अगर कोई समझ नहीं सकते चैतन्य चरितामृत, अगर वो सुन लेते हैं किसी से, जैसे आज हम लोग महाराज जी से सुना, तो फिर क्या होगा, उसका फल क्या है? अगर चैतन्य लीला सुनेंगे पढ़ेंगे, उसका रिजल्ट क्या है? कृष्णे उपजीवे प्रीति, कृष्ण के प्रति प्रीति या प्रेम उत्पन्न होगा। तो कौन कौन कृष्ण के प्रति प्रेम प्राप्त करना चाहते हैं? और महाप्रभु किस लिए आए हैं? क्या देने के लिए? और वो कैसे प्राप्त होगा? चैतन्य चरितामृत सुनने से। हरि बोल। तो कृष्ण उपजीवे प्रीति, जानिबे रसेर रीति, सुनिले बड़ो হয় गीतो। सुनने से ही गीत होगा। तो इसलिए आप सभी से निवेदन है, आज विशेष मौका है। पिछली बार इसी दिन महाराज जी थे इधर और लगभग 40 लोगों ने चैतन्य चरितामृत ऑन स्पॉट लिया था। हरि बोल। तो आज आप सबके लिए विशेष मौका है। हमें पता है बहुत लोग लेना चाहेंगे क्योंकि डिस्काउंट प्राइस में है। डिस्काउंट क्या है अभी बताया जाएगा। तो जो हमारे पास ज्यादा स्टॉक में नहीं है, देख ही पा रहे कितना स्टॉक में है, तो फास्ट कम फास्ट इसमें जो पहले हाथ उठाएगा, ठीक है, उनको फास्ट कम फास्ट रेशियो मिलेगा, ठीक है। तो डिस्काउंट ऑफर जो है लैंग्वेज वाइज, तो बंगाली चैतन्य चरितामृत सेट जो नॉर्मली 3300 रुपया में मिलता है, 3300 টাকায় পাওয়া যায়, আজকে দিনে শুধুমাত্র 2600 টাকা है। 700 টাকা ডিসকাউंट। हिंदी सेट 5000 টাকা, हिंदी सेट 5000 रुपया में नॉर्मली मिलता है और आज आपको 4500 रुपया में मिल जाएगा। और इंग्लिश सेट जो है वो भी 4500 रुपया में मिलता है नॉर्मली, और आज आपको केवल 4000 रुपया में मिल जाएगा। हरि बोल। तो ये मौका आज शायद लास्ट दिन है जो चैतन्य चरितामृत मैराथन चल रहा है लास्ट 20 दिन से, तो उसका लगभग आज अंतिम दिन है। चैतन्य महाप्रभु के आविर्भाव तिथि के दिन आप प्राप्त कर सकते हैं महाराज जी के हाथ से। तो अभी महाराज जी 10 मिनट रहेंगे, और जो भाग्यवान व्यक्ति आज के दिन चैतन्य महाप्रभु को अपने साथ लेके जाना चाहेंगे, विशेष करके महाराज जी के हाथ, जैसे राशेश्वर प्रभु ने कहा था कि जगन्नाथ मिश्र से सच्ची माता के हृदय में महाप्रभु स्थानांतरित हुए। और एक पद्धति है, और एक पद्धति क्या है? और एक पद्धति गुरु के माध्यम से। हरि बोल। तो प्रभुपाद से मिला गुरु महाराज हमारे साथ इधर हैं, भक्ति विक्रम सिंह गोस्वामी महाराज, जो चाइना में चैतन्य महाप्रभु की कृपा दे रहे हैं। हरि बोल। तो अभी आप तो प्रभुपाद के जन्म स्थान के हैं, अगर आपके साथ चैतन्य महाप्रभु नहीं है तो आपसे दुर्भाग्य और कोई नहीं होगा। तो इसलिए आज के विशेष সুযোগ मौका है, আপনাদের কাছে বিশেষ সুযোগ রয়েছে চৈতন্য চরিতামৃত সংগ্রহ করতে পারেন महाराज हाथ থেকে। तो जो लोग पहले नाम देंगे उनको पहले मिलेगा। तो हमारे पास 15-20 तो हैं, तो एक बार हाथ उठाएंगे, कौन लेना चाहेंगे? हाथ उठाएंगे। चैतन्य चरितामृत लेना चाहेंगे? ओके, 1 जन हो गया, 2 जन हो गया, एक कोई नाम लिखो, 2 जन, इधर पहला है 3 जन,
or